And you mentioned women. When I went to see you last week, you said, like, that's a rapidly growing percentage of the homeless population.
It has been a massively,
is women and young people. First, talk about women. Why?
So my understanding is that when the law was changed in Britain around squatting rights, so they changed the law, you can no longer squat in residential properties. My understanding is that when that happened, a lot of women that would be on the street were squatting in residential places. And then in a quick period of time, the women who were now squatting in residential places were no longer able to do that. And so they ended up on the street. So then you started to see a larger percentage of people on the street were women.
And that presents its own problems.
Yeah, I mean, so I went to a conference where there was a lady who'd been working with women for 25 years. So in 25 years, she'd never met a woman that hadn't been abused on the street. And her words were that when a woman's on the street, they make a choice. Do I want to be abused by one man or do I want to be abused by lots of men? And so, I'm not involved in a women's group because I'm a man. It's not going to provide a safe place for them if well, it's not going to be unsafe if I'm there, but it's not going to help them to open up if I'm there because the perpetrator is a man usually. Not always, but usually. And so we run a women's group and my staff has 3 women on my staff of 4 of us. And that's deliberate because that for generations, drop-ins like ours go back 100 years, back to the Victorian times, and it's primarily in the past been men, and now all of a sudden it's women. So we need to invest more to try and reach these women because the men already know when they come, and they're already coming, and I can maintain something where the women in my team, they're trying to develop something, and it always needs that extra help to develop something rather than to maintain something. And so that's where we are at SCT in regards to how we're reaching women, and it's always evolving. We're always trying to change. We're always trying new things. It doesn't work today, but the same thing might well work in 6 months. And we're not closed to people coming and saying, have you tried this? And I've said to people, we've tried that, but let's try it again. Because it might work the second time.
Yeah.